The first place I want to take you is Daniel chapter 2. Daniel was a prophet back in old Babylon, and the king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, had a dream that really disturbed him terribly. It was a dream of a giant statue that had a head of gold, then it went to silver, and then brass, and then finally iron, and feet of iron and clay. And he sent for his wise men, none of whom could answer the mystery of what the statue meant, except one. His name was Daniel. Daniel could interpret it and even knew what the dream was because the God of this universe had told him what it was. And so Daniel went forth to the king of Babylon and interpreted a dream. And it's a very important dream because it gives us a general outline of biblical prophecy. The head of gold, he said, was Babylon. That's you, Nebuchadnezzar. And down below that is going to be Medo-Persia. That's going to be the next kingdom that's going to rise up after you. And then is going to come another kingdom called Greece. And then will come another kingdom, Rome. And then it deteriorates. As you'll notice, the metals decrease from gold to silver, brass, iron, clay. The deterioration of man, his descent downward into chaos, the 10 toes of iron and clay. Now, without going into a great big dissertation, it's very easy to see that Babylon came up, Medo-Persia, Greece, then Rome. Rome divided really into two parts. The Gentile nations spread across the world. Israel, remember, is always in the center of Bible prophecy. And in the end, we'd have a confederation or a federation of 10 regions. But it makes a very interesting statement. It says that the 10 toes you saw were of iron and clay. And then it makes a most interesting statement about that the iron and the clay don't mix because the seeds don't mix with mankind. We're going to focus on the clay and the iron, because if you take up the rest of the Bible and you understand the premise from which it's coming from, especially Jesus Christ, who said that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be again. Now I want you to pay close attention to the fact that the seeds don't mix together. They try to mix them, but they don't mix. Genetically, they cannot make a match, so they don't mix. They come up with hybrids. But who are the they? Well, Jesus Christ told us who the they are. He said, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be again just before I return. In the days of Noah, the sons of God, the fallen angels, came down. You'll find it in Genesis chapter 6. And they saw that the women of men were fair. They mated with these women, and they produced a race of hybrids. They produced a race of hybrids because iron and clay do not mix. The seeds cannot truly intermingle. You come up with something radically dangerous and radically different. There's another name given to them in the Bible, Cockatrices. If you saw our Gateway Series 1, 2, and 3, you know exactly what we're talking about when we talk about the cockatrice. In other words, what Jesus Christ is telling us in plain language is, as we approach the time of the end, the sons of God are going to return. They are fallen angels, according to the Bible, posing as extraterrestrials. The book of Enoch goes into great length about who these fallen angels actually are and how they came down and manifested themselves in various shapes and various forms to fool mankind. They posed as beings from the stars. All you have to do is read the ancient literature. Ancient literature is full of all of these so-called entities that came down from the stars, mated with mankind, and produced a race of hybrids. May sound fantastic to you, but it's true nonetheless. This is what the Bible claims. This is what it says. This is what the book of Enoch says. And the book of Enoch is actually quoted from in Jude of the Bible.